if someone does fasting today, my suggestion is only go 2 days.
Fasting is gaining attention like never before, with new research showing it can do far more than anyone imagined. But Dr. Barbara O'Neill wants you to know one crucial thing. There's a fasting mistake that could seriously harm your health if you're not careful.
So what happens when you fast? Well, one type of fasting is absence of food for a period of time.
So what is fasting? Simply put, it's the absence of food. And while many people fast to improve their health, few understand the hidden dangers that come with it, especially when it comes to hydration. You might think drinking lots of water during a fast is the best way to stay hydrated. However, Dr. O'Neill warns that gulping down water without minerals is a huge mistake. Excess water without the right minerals can throw off your body's fluid balance, leading to water intoxication, which can be deadly. Dr. Barbara explains that your body needs more than just water to function properly during fasting. To stay hydrated, you must include natural salts like Celtic or Himalayan salt in your water. These salts help pull the water inside your cells, ensuring your body is truly hydrated, not just bloated with excess fluid. Without them, you risk flushing out vital electrolytes, leaving your body in a dangerous state of imbalance. But hydration isn't the only thing to think about when fasting. Dr. O'Neill compares the glucose stored in your muscle cells to a little bunch of grapes. When you fast, your body plucks these glucose molecules to keep your blood sugar levels steady. That's why we can go without food for a while. We have these hidden reserves of energy ready to be used. Your liver also plays a big role, sending glucose to different parts of your body, including your fat cells. Thanks to these backups, you can survive longer periods without food. But don't be fooled into thinking you can fast without preparing. Dr. Barbara O'Neill stresses that fasting is a science, and making one wrong move can have serious consequences.
The liver's the project manager, and sometimes these environmental poisons come to the liver and the liver says, this is a nasty, nasty guy. Wrap him up in fat and store him. And they stop eating, and the fat stores are getting broken down to give the glucose that our cells need to run on, and something else a little bit more sinister is being released. It's the fat-soluble toxins.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill warns us that fasting, when done incorrectly, can be more harmful than healing. She explains our liver breaks down stored sugar and releases it into our bloodstream. This is a process called glycogenolysis. This helps keep your energy up. But there's more to fasting than just maintaining energy levels. It can also heal the body. You see, when you're not digesting food, your body uses that freed up energy for something else, repairing areas of greatest need. At Dr. Barbara O'Neill's health retreat, guests experience 2 days of fasting. But they aren't just given water. Instead, they drink juices that bypass digestion entirely. This way, the body isn't wasting any energy on breaking down food, allowing all that extra energy to focus on healing.
But fasting has also been used as a way of healing the body from certain diseases. You see, when you're not digesting and your brain's not going into intense brain function, the body basically says, wow, this is great. We've got a little bit of extra energy here. We can go to the areas of greatest need.
However, according to Dr. Barbara O'Neill, you might feel like you're doing your body a favor by drinking more water, but in reality, you could be diluting your sodium levels, which is dangerous. Celtic salt, with its high sodium chloride content, plays a crucial role in keeping you hydrated and ensuring energy reaches your cells. Sodium is more than just salt in your food. It's key for glucose transport into your cells, giving your body the fuel it needs to function. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's advice is simple but powerful. Take a tiny crystal of Celtic salt and place it on your tongue before drinking water. Even a crystal the size of a sesame seed is enough to do the trick. For those with high blood pressure, she advises starting small, while those without the condition can take a bit more. Once the salt is on your tongue, your body starts absorbing the minerals. As the magnesium in the salt reaches the cell membrane, it helps pull water inside the cell, ensuring deep hydration. Fasting is not just about abstaining from food. It's about feeding your body in the right ways, ensuring it gets the minerals it needs to heal, repair, and keep you going strong. Dr. Barbara O'Neill's knowledge and approach ensure that fasting becomes a path to better health, not a dangerous mistake. But that's not the only mistake Dr. Barbara O'Neill highlights. There's another lesser-known, yet equally critical aspect of fasting that many people overlook. It's related to your brain. Recent research shows that fasting challenges the brain in a way similar to how exercise challenges muscles. In 1998, scientists discovered that during fasting, your brain releases a special protein that stimulates the growth of new brain cells, a process called neurogenesis. Yes, fasting can actually help your brain create new cells. But this only happens when your body is functioning well, including having the right balance of electrolytes. Neglect this, and not only will your physical health suffer, but you'll also miss out on this amazing cognitive benefit.
So fasting, if someone does fasting today, my suggestion is only go 2 days. Fasting also stimulates the release of the protein, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which stimulates neurogenesis. Do you know what neurogenesis means? New brain cells.
A special protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor is released at the time of neurogenesis. This is especially crucial for anyone recovering from brain injuries, such as car accidents or strokes. It's like the body's way of giving itself a second chance. Dr. O'Neill describes it as a gift from God, our brain's ability to regenerate. But while fasting can spark this incredible process, many of us unknowingly make a mistake that halts it entirely. A mistake that could stop this life-saving process in its tracks. You see, BDNF doesn't just appear on its own. According to Dr. O'Neill, there's a whole biological cascade that needs to happen first. When we fast, our body shifts from burning glucose to fat, producing ketones that help release this miracle protein. Along with this, mild stress on the body, like that from exercise, activates specific brain pathways to further boost BDNF levels. Hormonal changes like increased levels of the hunger hormone also play a role. But if your diet is wrong, this entire process could fail. Dr. O'Neill warns that a high-carbohydrate diet, think pastas, cereals, cakes, and bread, actually inhibits the release of BDNF. Yes, all those comfort foods might be robbing you of your brain's natural healing power. This mistake, she says, is one we can't afford to make. Studies have backed up her claims. Dr. O'Neill points to research published in Nature Communications, showing that intermittent fasting boosts markers for neurogenesis in the adult hippocampus of mice. But that same fasting process, if not paired with the right diet, could become ineffective. The foods you eat can make or break your brain's ability to regenerate. Dr. O'Neill reminds us that the key to unleashing this power lies in what we fuel our bodies with during and after a fast. Fasting alone is not enough. If you're still indulging in those carb-heavy meals, you're blocking the release of this vital protein and, in turn, missing out on better brain health, stronger cognitive function, and even the potential reversal of brain damage. The science is there, the process is clear, but the choice is ours.
What's this fast? I would like to suggest that it's a fast from self. No wonder Ellen White says in page 43 of Steps to Christ, she said, the warfare against self is the greatest battle that has ever been fought.
But one thing you should know that research backs her up. A study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease shows that diets high in sugar and refined carbohydrates can cause reduced brain function over time. She also stresses that refined carbohydrates, like pasta, cereals, and cakes, spike blood sugar levels, which can lead to insulin resistance. This insulin resistance is linked to lower levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Without enough BDNF, your brain's ability to form new brain cells weakens, increasing the risk of cognitive decline, Alzheimer's, and even mental health disorders like depression. So, what should you be eating when you're fasting? Dr. Barbara O'Neill recommends a diet rich in vegetables, high-fiber foods, generous amounts of protein, and plenty of healthy fats. Fats are especially vital. The brain loves fat. In fact, it's the fattiest organ in the body. Healthy fats from sources like nuts, seeds, and oils are not just recommended, they're necessary to keep your brain functioning at its best. Barbara O'Neill has laid out the blueprint for safe and healthy fasting. Now it's up to you to make sure you're following it.
I have breakfast at 7 o'clock, like a king. I have lunch at usually about 1:30, like a queen. And often I do not eat again till breakfast the next day. That's an 18-hour fast. And that is such an easy fast because when we would be the most hungriest, we are asleep.
What steps will you take to protect your brain and body the next time you fast?